My Christmas cookies look lovely and taste better than store-bought. You start with butter at room temperature. Then proceed to cream it with a mixer or spoon until it looks light and fluffy, about 1 minute. Then you add about 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar from the total amount. It is better to stir with the mixer whisks before turning it on. This way you avoid the cloud of powdered sugar from forming and landing on your counters too. Mix about 2 minutes with the sugar. Now, you add the egg and the rest of the sugar. Then continue in a similar way, and mix for 2 more minutes. Add the flavor at this time. Like this 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Mix it in with a spoon, or mixer if you prefer. Next ingredient is flour, and I'm adding a little bit of salt here. Use a spoon to mix the flour with the rest of the ingredients. When all the ingredients come together in one blob, the cookie dough is done. Work with half of this very malleable buttery dough at a time. You can roll out a sheet, approximately 4 millimeters, or 3/16 inches thick. You don't need to trim the edges of the dough sheet, you can simply straighten it by pushing back with a knife or the rolling pin. After you achieve uniform thickness of the dough, you can start cutting it with a cookie cutter. You don't need to sprinkle flour on your work area. I lined my counter with food wrap and I'm working on top of it. Transfer the cookies to a baking sheet, lined with parchment paper. Then bake in the oven preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, that is equal to 160 degrees Celsius. Bake for approximately 17 minutes, until the edges are browned a little. What I like about this cookie is the versatility. Use the same dough if you want to pipe it through a nozzle to make the traditional Reed's Danish cookies. The only difference is that you need to add some milk. For the whole dough I added 4 measuring tablespoons of milk. To be sure you added the right amount, transfer a small quantity of dough in a piping bag, and see how it goes through the nozzle. You can always put it back in the bowl and add more milk if you need to. The companies making these cookies mechanically laminate the dough into a rope, then cut it in pieces to form the wreaths. It is not impossible, but very difficult to do it manually with a bag and nozzle without adding the milk. Look how easy it is to test if the dough can be piped without difficulty. This one goes very easy through the nozzle. Now, pipe the cookies on baking sheets lined with parchment paper, or brushed with butter and dusted with flour. Leave spaces between, because the cookies grow in the oven. I love to top these cookies with maraschino cherries. This is for you if you like your cookies sweet. I personally don't like the sweetness that much, but I still make these cookies because they look so nice for Christmas. You could be making them with red and green cherries if you prefer. Bake these cookies same as the previous ones. I make them about 25 millimeters or 1 inch in diameter. Adjust the baking time according to the size of the cookies in your oven. I got about 65 cookies using the smallest cookie cutter. I like to enjoy them in moderation, and making them small is the best way to achieve this. To keep this video shorter, I made another one with decorating ideas. Enjoy!